Tonight on this YouTube video, the R.E.C. loses his mind. You know, I actually don't mind stuff like house and techno sometimes. He tries to pose for the thumbnail. And we venture into the depths of beatboxing. This is for on the floor and it should go like... That's all coming later, but right now, strap up your seatbelts. Although I don't know why you would, because you're not in a car, you're probably on your bed watching this on your phone. But anyway, just enjoy the video. The other day, I was trying to make a beat, as you do, if you're me. And I was going around like my computer and in my files and stuff, and I had some MIDI packs, you know, where it's just the MIDI and you select what instrument you want. And I thought, cool, there's some chords, because I'm not good at writing chords, because I don't know anything about music theory apart from like scales. But I just threw down some chords, well, the pack threw down some chords, and it came up with this. I just quickly put it in a piano, put some tremolo on it, like that. And it just repeated that twice, but I wanted some variation and I wanted it to sound kind of a tiny bit uplifting. So then I pitched up this last note, and then it went. You know, it already set the tempo to 115, and I thought, well, that's a bit fast for hip hop and pretty terrible when I slowed it down. I don't know what happened to me. I just thought, well, we might as well put like a 4 on the floor kick. So I did that. I got this fat kick going. And I started like really feeling it. And then, obviously I put the snare in. And that was the beginning of this beat. And as you can see, we've got a lot of stuff. And I'm going to talk you through what I did to try and do this and some other stuff that we're going to do. But then I started basically just, and I don't know anything about like techno or melodic house or whatever this might be. I'm literally just trying to make a beat that sounds good, and everything I did here is not because I knew what I was doing, mainly just because it sounded good. So I put in this lead from R.E.C, which is a free plugin if you get the complete start package from Native Instruments, and that's really good. And then I obviously put some stuff on it. I'm not going to show you how I mixed it, but then I started basically just playing the scale. I think we're in F minor or something, so the scale is... And then, so I basically started just going up and down the scale. I went like... something like that. I also then layered those chords up with another instrument, so that just to give it kind of more feeling. Because... I just thought it was really catchy. I quite liked it, and I really like doing melodies where it kind of comes. I did think about doing like a kind of thing where I did kind of like one of those harmonic minor things where you go. But then it didn't really work because all the chords kind of sounded like quite happy and stuff, not really like that. Then I did this texture layer, also from R.E.C, where I just kind of played in some random eerie notes. Okay, sometimes they want to play, sometimes they don't want to play. Let's just forget about that. They sound really cool when they do play. They sound less cool when they don't play, obviously. But never mind about that. Then what I did, and I did basically, I wanted to create like some kind of sense of like a big drop. So obviously I got my risers and stuff. I got these just from the Apple Loop section. And this is why Logic's really cool, because you can just drag these in. Obviously I did a riser. Stuff like that. Also here I put this on stereo pan. If you don't know how to do stereo pan, you just right click on the pan, and it's usually set to balance. So you just go and set it to stereo pan. And you can see on the automation here, I've got it set to thin at the start, and then as we come further, it like widens out, and then obviously here we get to full stereo. So if you're wearing like headphones or something, you should be able to hear it. then obviously here it's really in the back of your ears and stuff, which helps with the mixing as well, because we just want the kick and the snare really in the center. See, I put them in mono. And then I realized that obviously the kick has a lot of sub frequencies and it kind of drowns it out a bit, but I didn't want it too loud because obviously it started clipping. So then, a bit radical, but I put a master compressor on, put the settings really fast. Sidechained the whole track to the kick, so now obviously we get like a pumping effect of stuff. So you can hear that every time the kick hits, it's going just 4 on the floor. Then I added in this shaker, panned it, this loop, panned it again, and then these claps. I did a few like little fill things here, so obviously the kick here kind of hits 4 times. Like that, which I thought was pretty cool. I was pretty impressed myself when I came up with that. And then obviously we just get like riser things coming in, and that's pretty much the beat. It's just some drums. Drums took me like 5 minutes. This was just a bit of messing around, and that's only 4 tracks. That's a layer. That doesn't even work, so it's just 3 tracks of melody. And then a bass. Let me talk you through the bass. I used my preset good bass, and then obviously put the stereo spread down to like really short, because I don't want it in each ear. I kind of did a... And I'm always kind of flicking the modulation thing. So I don't want it to go like... I just want it to go like... And I didn't really know how to do that with the LFO, so I kind of just did it with my hand, and I thought it sounds pretty cool. And it just plays the same scale. And then I thought I kind of need that like pluck thing. But I don't know which sounds better, so I might have to decide that later. Pretty much the rest of it, I mean, that's just the beat. Obviously, there are some cool techniques. Obviously, I think the main thing you've got to take away from this is the master compressor. That's just a limiter because it was clipping, so that doesn't actually do anything. The compressor, I think, really, really makes the track, because otherwise, I mean, that thing, when I put that on, I think that's what was missing. And I don't know anything about house or whatever, so, or techno or whatever this is, so I think if it's obvious to me, it's obvious to anyone else. The main also thing about this is the risers. If I play you the drop without the risers, you'll suddenly see why. So I do a fade here. Bit boring. But then as soon as we put these in, it just hypes it up so much. Like that. That's pretty cool. Obviously, here's my bass drum thing. Just took some arrangement things out. And then for here, pretty much the only thing I changed was this thing from the Resonance as well, and that's just playing the same chords, but just really kind of spazzed out on the modulation thing, so that gives it this effect. One more thing we can do is actually, I wanted to check this out, is kind of put a small reverse before the snare. So I bounced out the snare so it has the reverb. And let's just check this out. Like that. Maybe put a small fade, mix it in gently. So if I just get these 3 going. Yeah, cool. So I think that's going to really go well. Maybe if I shorten it a bit, so if I put a fade on, drop it down like that. So that's another thing you can do. You can put a reverb tail on your snare and then reverse it so that it sounds more better. I also found this a cappella thing off Looperman and just kind of put it in as a build up. I thought it sounded pretty cool. So I kept it, did a bit of pitch shifting, some automation, just a fade. and then it comes in again here. Yeah, I think it comes in this phrase. And it's really good because it fits with this phrase here. These two words here. That's really cool because it exactly matches that. I didn't plan that. That was just my genius mind by coincidence. But yeah, that's a house techno. Can somebody please put in the comments what this type of beat is? Because I really don't know. I'm going to then get raged at by some people going, oh no, that's a melodic house trance beat. Because I don't want that to happen. So put in the comments what you think this is. Because I don't know. It's definitely not hip hop, which is what I usually do. If you were thinking you were going to see a hip hop video, don't worry. I know this was a bit of a surprise, but I've got a hip hop video coming for you next week, so watch out for that. How are you going to watch out for that if you're not subscribed? I have no idea. So you better subscribe to fix that problem right now. Just press that. Cool, you've done it. Nice. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.